Fire Emblem Heroes. Our next legendary hero shall be a book? Micaiah? What? Male Byleth?
The goddess gifted me her power. In doing so, I was changed.
Zach Aguilar's voice gets to me so much because I've been playing so much Genshin Impact. Because he's the traveler. Professional Text. Wait, sorry, Professorial Text. What is he, an accountant? Oh! That's not a tome. That's a sword.
I suppose.
Okay, pair up with Sothis. 57 times 2, that's a lot of damage.
You cannot stop the flow of time.
Wait a second. I guess guys, go back, rewind the stream. Well, if it's on YouTube, it's not gonna be on the stream, but rewind. I said I thought it was gonna be Legendary Byleth, but I said I thought it was Female Byleth.
I don't have any extra comments.
I need to check out what this is, what he has. But that's a really cool tome. It turns into a sword. Oh, that's cool. All right, our next legendary hero is a surprise. I would not have guessed it to be Legendary Byleth. Not at all. Just because they seem to hate male legendaries. Now, let me correct that real quick. They seem to hate male legendaries if it's the avatar. When it comes to the avatar, every one of them has thus far been the female variation. So I would have even believed in legendary female Chris, right? Over this, for example. Because whenever you're a male hero, you're always like regulated to being just like this really good unit, but you're not. Like Legendary Grima versus female Grima, Legendary Corrin versus male Corrin. There's no male Corrin equivalent even of that. So that's usually the case, but okay. It's Byleth. Oh my god, that attack animation looks so badass. It's a tome, but it turns into a sword. 14 extra attack, 5 speed, 14 defense, and 5 res. So he at least has +5 to everything, I think. I haven't read anything. By the way, Sublime Heaven. Unique special? Is it going to be like Ruptured Sky and can inherit? I don't know. I haven't read it. I'll see it in a moment. Anyways, it's a good time to pull green because Dagger is also there. That's a really good banner that's there for. And aside from that, yeah, he looks really cool. Of course, not what's on the banner. We knew that. Whenever it's the midpoint and you get a guaranteed mythic hero, they always put it onto the banner at the end of the month. However, it's better to get the guaranteed one because she's splitting rate with 3 other heroes and you might get one of the other 3. All right, the Fodlan Star. I can't believe it's male Byleth. I would have bet for female Byleth easily. Water, infantry, green tome. He has Professorial Text. Is that an actual weapon? I'm sorry, when I read that, I was just like, is that like an accounting book or something? Like, it doesn't seem like a tome at all. But it seems to do a lot. This guy has, what a kit! Attack defense ideal, law attack res, times pulse. Oh my goodness. So much value. But let's read it. Professorial Text. Special trigger cooldown count -1, that's nice. Sublime Heaven's 2 cooldown, so it's now 1. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, it grants attack speed, defense res +5 during combat. And also, if unit speed is over foe speed. Oh no. Is this Lewin? If unit speed is over foe speed during combat, neutralize effects that guarantees foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks. Okay, not quite. That's interesting, because Creator Sword does something similar.
Imagine if they made him use a tome to make sure he uses his Creator Sword.
That's kind of weird, because whenever he attacks, it just turns into the Creator Sword anyways, right? So it's kind of like Creator Sword in the respect that it has null follow-up, but it's not guaranteed. It's a speed check null follow-up. That's interesting. I think that's fair. It balanced things out a bit because I still think Creator Sword, the original one, was still too good. Legendary Crom is gonna die. Interesting. Allies in 2 spaces gain. Oh, what? There's a support ability too. I mean, it makes sense. He's a professor. If unit speed is over foe speed during combat, neutralize effects that guarantees foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevents units follow-up attacks. That's not follow-up. For everybody. And all you have to do is have a speed check. I'm sorry. How's that fair? How is that fair? I think a lot of people quickly have realized null follow-up is one of the most important abilities in this game right now. If you care about ether raids, heck, if you just care about anything at all anymore, it's on everything. You need it for everything. If in back in the day, Brahmin was like the scariest unit. that you need null follow-up against. That auto double was virtually on everybody. Annoying, really strong, dumb hero. Like, you had to do weird stuff like go for like Henry, for example, to counter him.
What in the F is this game coming to?
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, that's not right. That's not fair. That's null follow-up is way too good. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Nobody else does anything like this. Not even close. Not even close. I think the closest thing that we got, which I view as equivalent to this, was Dual Erica. And now you might be, well, Nims, Dual Erica was damage reduction. Yeah, but the two ideal B slots for a lot of these fast heroes is damage reduction or null follow-up. Now, null follow-up you can use on range heroes and you can't use damage reduction on range heroes. I get that. But that was dual skill for Dual Erica. This is just be within 2 spaces and have more speed. What the heck? We do need something like null follow-up. That is way too cheap. Because again, now you can run a lull in your B slot, you can run damage reduction in your B slot, you don't have to run null follow-up anymore. And null follow-up is one of the best moves that you need very often. If you play in certain modes, for example, in Ether Raids, you're always gonna need null follow-up because there are always dumb units like Brangmund, like Saros. But even going forward, you're gonna need against dumb units like Fallen Edelgard, which while she doesn't double you, she doesn't allow you to double her unless you have null follow-up. And of course, a hero like Zeke, Sirius, Camus, it's Zeke, right? I don't know. He has 3 names, whatever. Auto doubles. Do so. Auto doubles. Harmonic Veronica.
Dig a
Auto
goal
doubles.
for Joshua in a few win sweep for literally everyone.
That's also another thing. When you have a hero that can give null follow-up to other heroes, it really opens things up. Because when these interesting combinations are running like null follow-up with wind sweep, you need null follow-up in your weapon to run the wind sweep.
Pair him with harmonized Kadria. Null follow-up and quadding low.
What the heck? See, that's what I mean. There are some crazy combinations that you can now make. Because the reality is, you can now run wind sweep in your B slot, and then give them null follow-up, and then give them quadding. What the heck? These units are gonna be absurd. Like, they could, that's so dumb. That's so good, but so dumb. Now, it is a legendary hero, water blessed, which means you can't run him for everything, so I get it. I know some of you guys are like, oh, you're overreacting, but still, it's scary that one of the best skills in the entire game, one of the most important skills in the entire game, is now just doesn't matter. You just have to be within 2 spaces and have more speed. That's so good. All right. He also brought Sublime Heaven, boost damage by 25% of units attack. If in combat against a dragon foe or beast foe, boost damage by 50% instead of 25%. Disables non-special skills that reduce damage by X%. Isn't that just a better Ruptured Sky? Because it's damage by units attack, not your opponent's attack. And it's now 50% damage instead of 50 instead of 40, right? I don't remember anymore. I don't have Ruptured Sky on very many units. I'm too broke to afford all these Byleths. It's 40%. All right. All right. Isn't this fraudulent? Chat. That's so fraudulent. I can't even explain this to you guys. Let's take a look at this. He's a green hero. He's a tome hero. But when he attacks, he's clearly a sword hero. That's so fraudulent, IS. This is our... Okay, I'm not... this is our first magical sword hero who's a green hero. That's the most accurate way to describe Legendary Byleth. Good job, IS. Alright, with that said, he also has a really kit as a whole. I wonder how fast he's going to be, because he does seem to like have quite a bit of speed. So with Professional Text and Time's Pulse, he has instant Sublime Heaven, so his one-shot capabilities are fantastic. He also has Attack Defense Ideal, which is nice. Attack Defense plus 7 to unit during combat, so long as your unit's HP is 100%, or bonuses active on unit. He doesn't generate the bonuses by himself, but he has instant Sublime Heavens, and that's a lot of one-shot capabilities. All attack res means they can't buff for attack and res as well.
Artist as Gaul and Brave Ike.
Resplendent Brave Ike. I didn't even notice that. Actually, his art's really good. It looks really natural. If you told me this was Ike's artist, I couldn't see it at all. That's interesting. But yeah, Gaul and Resplendent Brave Ike. I can see Gaul. Actually, no, I can't. Okay, that's really interesting. I like the art. It's really accurate. It looks majestic. But yeah, this is the most fraudulent green tome hero I've ever seen. Literally uses a sword, even though has a tome, and it's a sword and he's green. fraudulent. Sublime Heaven, 91 damage. Yeah, he's gonna be a very hard hitter. Jeez. All right, chat. What do you think of Male Byleth? Of course, it's not just Male Byleth. The rest of the kit. Real quick, chat. Do you still like? Now, he's always been cool. Conqueror Alm, Legendary Alm, pretty badass looking character. But honestly, I've really stopped using him at this point. Legendary Julia as well. I guess Legendary Julia is still a really good unit if you want her plus 10 water legendary. Brave Hector is now in danger. Yeah, here like Brave Hector's reses a far away low point, and if you get an instant special on him, which usually he stops with special fighter, yeah, you could just one-shot him. Oh, sorry, Earth. I knew I made a mistake. Did I say water? Ugh. Sorry, my bad. I'm tired. We had our 24-hour charity stream yesterday, chat, which once again, thank you guys so much. We raised $4,069. Yes, it wasn't 4,069 yesterday, but you guys donated more today. So now we're at 4,069. So yeah, you guys did a really good thing. We supported CARE, benefiting home poverty-stricken areas. And right now they're fighting COVID too, so it's really important. Anyways, sorry, thank you guys. But anyways, the rest of the heroes. This guy's tailor-made to counter Fallen Edelgard, Blue Lion route, Byleth perhaps. Ah, you're right. Instant special is really good against Edelgard. Okay, really quickly, Green. Green I think is amazing. It would have just been amazing if it was just Dagger and what the heck, and Byleth alone. But there's one more hero, and that hero is Hell. Wow, that's really good. I know some people don't like Hell very much anymore, but I think Hell's still amazing. But Dagger is obviously very necessary. If you don't get Dagger now, she's not gonna be back for several more months. And if you ever want 6 heroes in Ether raids on light seasons, you kind of have to pull up Dagger. And Dagger's really good because she has Pathfinder offensively, and she usually has enough attack and speed to take all the chill towers. And she wants to be debuffed because she doesn't lose the stats when she's debuffed. She actually gets more stats when she's debuffed. So a very strong hero for Ether raids on light seasons. Absolutely recommend. I love her. She also is a really good key unit for enabling a hero like Zane. So yeah, I have absolutely adored Dagger. Outside of that, Hell is Hell's really good. She still has one of the highest attacks, highest speeds for a flying axe hero. She isn't ideal in terms of Ether Raid's defense. She's more of an offensive unit, but she can Miracle Loop, and that really does screw up some people, especially newer players. And obviously, I don't think Byleth needs any explanation. He's amazing. He's gonna be a good way to knock down those Fallen Edelgards immediately, which is funny because you guys did mention this. You guys were like, Nims, Fallen Edelgard looks really good right now, but they're just gonna release counters. I guess this is a counter. This is instantly a counter towards Fallen Edelgard. But yeah, this is a good way of doing it, even though it's not a consistent counter because it's more for like Arena Saw or something. But it's not consistent because he's water blessed. All right, but with that said, second color. You know, it's funny because there's 2 of the best archers and one of the best colorless mages. They're only three colorless mages. I guess 4 if you count the summoner. Anyways, there aren't many colorless mages, but Brightman's one of the best. So colorless would be top tier if this was 2020. Heck, even 2019-ish. Because of the reality right now is that these characters, as good as they are, in 2021 aren't as scary. Leaf is still really good, of course. Alm is still really good at dealing damage against armored units because he does true damage based on their defense values. And Brahma needs no explanation, and he's really good fodder as well. But in 2021, they're not as scary. They're still top tiers, but they're not as scary. So not quite the level of greens, obviously. But I like colorless. As for red, Blumeri is back, which is really nice. But Mythic Leaf is there, and I don't think anyone should use Mythic Leaf anymore. Anand is also there, but Anand is better as fodder, so that's kind of rip. I guess blues isn't bad. Erenice has blue dual flying for, and Julia doesn't really need an explanation. Really good anti-dragon hero, really good at taking away buffs, so she's still quite scary. But yeah, it's not quite the same. I think it's heavily weighted on not. So I have it ranked as green first. And just because So here's the thing. If you want a Not, you already have Not. So this is only if you really want another Not, or you want Berenice, or you want Julia. So I actually have it ranked like this. I have green, Puddleless, then blue. And if, to be clear, if there was no guaranteed banner for Not, I would have it as green, then blue, then colorless. But because there was, if you wanted Not, you would have gotten her already. And these aren't the strongest group of blue heroes, I would say. And have red last. So green, colorless, blue, red is how I rank it. Anyways, you guys can let me know what you think. But it's an overall strong banner if you're going for greens. It's very strong if you're going for greens. But yeah, I have no orbs, so I can't go for it.